You are listening to the No Invite Podcast.
Season 3.
The progression.
Follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast or look us up on YouTube at No Invite Podcast.
The best kept secret.
Bang, bang, bang. We back. No Invite Podcast, Season 3. What's it called? Season 3, Episode 77. This is, damn, I'm so high right now, man. I'm going to keep it real with you because I name the seasons every season. And for some reason, I keep going back to the old, what's it called? But this Season 3, The Progression. I'm Blaze. We got a special guest in the house, somebody that's been rocking with us since before we're No Invite Podcast. You came into the studio and you did an interview style podcast with us. But go on and introduce yourself for everybody to know.
Man, it's your boy Willa, man, aka We. 2 W's, 2 I's, man.
W's, 2 I's, We. Man, shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. You've been rocking with us since the beginning, since I first even started trying to do some shit like this, because this never really was, you know, something that I wanted to do or I planned to do. You know, it was just something that fell into it because, you know, as artists, we don't exactly get until you do something to catch other people's attention, basically until it's too late. That's when the big vlogs and shit will start fucking with you, or the the big platforms will start noticing you and really want to fuck with you. So I wanted to make something back then that was a platform for all of us that are out here on our grind and doing what the fuck we doing, and give them an opportunity. And not only that, just have to not rely on no other big platforms to break artists. You feel me? We can break ourselves when shit ain't going how it's supposed to. We create the platform. So you've been rocking with me since the first one, and I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate that a lot, bro.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man, for keep on having me, man. It's good, man. I appreciate y'all, man. 100 for sure.
Off top, man. That's how it's supposed to be. So now that you're here and we finally got you, it's been a while. You're gonna have to check in a couple more often, you know, get some more updates and let us know what you're doing, because it has been a while. But
for surely, I had cut back for a minute, man. I just had to stop everything, man. I had to get a couple of things in order, man. But now I'm back, man. 2022, man.
You know what? Sometimes that's the best thing. Sometimes just take a step back and look at everything. Because when you in it, you sometimes, you know, tunnel vision is cool, but sometimes you got to be able to step back and look at everything. And that way you might have a better angle of what your next move is, man. So how has your new year been treating you so far?
Man, so far, man, it's been good. Everything been A+, man. Everything been opening back up, man. The sun starts getting out more. It's March now, so you know, it's coming about. It's coming about.
It's definitely coming about, man. And it's a weird feeling right now. Everybody's walking around. You walk around with no mask and shit, and it's like
right. Crazy part about it, I still be going to stores with the mask. I'm so used to the mask, I still have mine on. I'm
never gonna stop wearing it. And right now, then no matter what they say, I don't give a fuck. They can't tell you not to wear it no more. Everybody was talking shit, and everybody was looking at Asian folks crazy, Chinese folks crazy when you would see them on BART with the mask years ago, before this shit was happening. And now we understand. Sure. Now we understand. So I'm gonna stay with the mask until they literally make a law or something and say the motherfucker can't do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Most definitely, man. So you how long have you been? I'm not gonna say how long you've been making music, because you've been, you know what I mean? That's kind of like the regular answer. But how long have you been really serious about making music? How long can you say when you were like, you know what, this is business now. I'm fucking treating it like a business.
Yeah, the crazy part about that, man, I've been making music for super long now. But when I started treating it like a business, was like, you could say like 3 years ago when I made NWM, No Middleman, when I first made the label. Mm-hmm. Man, I started treating it like a business like 3 years ago, because I wasn't even hooked to get money or iTunes or distributions or none of that. I was just putting out music. This is what I love. I'm doing it. I'm putting it on YouTube, letting everybody hear it. That's how I'm letting everybody feel
Giving it out. Now I'm like, hey,
you know what I mean? Like, hey, you know?
Put too much time for this. Y'all gotta follow me to this platform. You feel me?
For sure, man. Tap in.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Tell me what your process is as an artist. Like when you start working on a project, how do you approach it? Like, do you look at it like, oh, I'm gonna come up with a theme and then start making all the music, or do you just record and like pull tracks and just line up the best ones that you think would go together, that sound like an album would go together? What's your process like?
We talking about just one simple song, or we talking about like the
like
whole,
a project,
the whole
like
album?
let's say like an album or EP,
like
something that's like a
okay.
project. You feel me?
Okay. It all depends on what I want to go with. Sometimes I make it a whole theme. You know what I mean? I sit back, make it a whole theme. And if I'm going to make it a whole theme, it's going to take a little bit more time. I'm going to sit back, have patience with it. You know what I mean? Get the poetry, you know what I mean? Get the poetry down of what I want to do. I want to see it. You know what I mean? If I'm going to do a theme. The other times, you know, it's all on, I just let it go off feeling, you know. The other albums, I just let it go all off feeling, and then be mostly like EPs, you know what I mean, stuff like that. But the albums just mostly sit back, you know what I mean, thought process, you know, got to paint a vivid picture. Yeah.
Most definitely. Look, and I'm glad you said that about painting vivid pictures and how you do things, because the reason why I says I have you on my short list of one of best lyricists coming out of Northern California, period.
I appreciate that, man.
I could say that on my short list, I have the pleasure of knowing at least 3 people personally, you know, on that list. Like, I know you, I met you before, I've seen you, we've talked, like, you know, so, you know, like, you are definitely one of those people that I consider that. And when you said like the poetry of it and stuff, I know that you do more, that you just have a different thought process when it comes to what you do. It's not you know, you could tell you've been doing this. You know, it ain't like you just fell into it, or you've been at your craft and you've been really getting it, you know, to like that point. The song that you sent me, I'm lucky enough to get a feature on the album. The song that you sent me, when I listened to it, I'm like, yo, that shit. Like I said, short list of the best lyricists coming out of here. And, you know, we could say that nowadays people prefer style, but see, that's the thing. You got style too. So it's like, to have the lyrics and the style to go with it is very important. So I definitely got you on that list, man. What's your process when you do a single? When you just get like, do you get the beat first? Do you write lyrics first? You know what? How do you?
Sometimes my days. Some days, basically, really like every day. It's like I really do music. So even when I'm at work, you know, 24/7, if I'm writing down bars, if I think of a bar, I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna have it in my phone. I'm gonna write it in a note, 2-3 bars. And shout out to Arsenal, because Arsenal taught me that at 14. You know what I mean? Over the phone, he always told me to keep a bar too, man. Every day, keep some bars. Write down a bar. It don't matter what it is. Write that down. You know what I mean? So when I hear a beat, I go off the beat and I listen to the beat. And then sometimes I go on my notepad and sometimes I look at what I got, whether it's the bars or if I'm gonna make up some bars with the bars I already got and put it on that beat. And that's how that come about, and that's how that magic come.
That's dope, yeah. And it'd be funny because when you're out doing stuff, moving around, you know, it feel like shit just comes to you. You'll hear some shit in your head, you'll hear some words, or you'll hear a little melody or something, and you're like, yo, and you know what I mean? It ain't always when you're just in the lab, or it ain't always when you're focused on music. Sometimes the shit just comes to you out of nowhere and you want to save that. And you know it's something. You know you like it, you just don't know what it's gonna be yet.
For real.
That's dope, man. What's your top 5 artists right now that you listen to? We're not gonna say all time because everybody says that. What's your top 5 artists? What's your rotation of artists you listen to on the regular, if you at all? You know what I mean? It could be any kind of music.
Yeah, and the crazy part about that, like right now, new artists, what I'm listening to right now, it's mostly like basically like whatever come on the radio. I don't even have no favorites. I hop in the comment and just play the radio. I don't throw nothing specific. You know what I mean? I like Lil Durk. I like Lil Baby. You know, little music and stuff like that. So I just vibe, man, with whatever that song, man. Try to get in the groove or whatever that song.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I'll be on my motherfucking I'll be on oldies and my fucking R&B shit, my funk from the 70s, shit like that, like old soul music. Like that's where I go on kicks. You know what I mean? Some days sometimes all I do is listen to the radio. Other times it's like I'll be in my old school bag, and sometimes I'm on my new shit, like whatever new artists come out, they ETSG or whatever, he has some shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's pretty dope, you know what I mean? And you know, so it all depends. It's all vibe, you know what I mean?
For sure, that old school bag go crazy, man.
Old school bag go crazy. I always be in my bag like that because I like samples too. So You know what I mean? If I could go back and listen to stuff, and you know, nowadays everything you put it on like YouTube or something, it just recommends something else and something else. You might just discover a record that's like, yo, okay, I could definitely get this flipped and have it on some new shit and have it sounding nice.
For sure.
Wanted to ask you a question. I asked all the artists to pull up here, you know what I mean? Because it's important. There ain't no right or wrong answer. It's just a way for the people to get to know who you are. And basically, what do you think is more important when it comes to making music? Is it style or substance? Or it could be both, but I'm saying, like, you know, what's your perspective on that? What's more important?
What's more important? See, these days it's more of the style. It used to be, to me, it used to be substance. These days it's more of the style. You gotta have the style. You gotta be tricky with it. You gotta be different a little bit. Not different too much, but you know, a little different. You gotta have a little style, man, because people move to style. You know what I mean? And people like style. Now, when you rapping about substance, most of like real people that do music, they go feel you. You know what I mean? If you got an ear for that. But if you want to move like today, era and today's crowd, you got to come with the style. You got to have the style. You got to make them bounce, man.
Yeah, I feel like they're both important. To me, I don't think you could have one without the other. I think the people that are the most successful, the most successful, have the most longevity, have a fair amount of both. Because you know, like when you got a certain style and you're just so unique that people like, I said earlier, it's like Snoop Dogg got a crazy unique style. Like I have never heard anyone that sounds like him yet. So you know, he has a lot of style, and you know, his music has substance. It's not super lyrical, but he has enough of both where people are like, okay, I fuck with this, and it's traveled through time. So definitely nowadays, the way things are going, style it runs the radio. I feel like there's a lot of people that have style and they have that what do you call it? You know what I mean? That content. You feel what I'm saying? So that substance. So you know, it's a fine line. There's no right or wrong answer, because at the end of the day, it's whatever works for people. We just know that, you know, at different times, it could be different. It could be more lyrical, or now it's more style. You feel what I'm saying? But
exactly.
That's what's up, man. What do you got right now as an artist in your position, totally independent clothing line, grinding consistently? You know what I mean? What is it that you feel you need to take what you're trying to do to another level?
Man, I gotta promote more, man. I gotta promote like the clothing brand and promote the music more. That's what I feel like I'd be lacking at in something, you know, that area right there, really promoting, really getting on the heavy. You know what I mean? I'm lacking in that area, but I'm finna get on it though. There ain't no problem.
Yeah, and it's difficult when you got a lot going on, because there's a lot of phone work. It's a lot of being on your phone and doing a lot of shit, and it's a lot. And I would say, for me, I think this year what I need is just to get more people added to my team, and that might be something that you know, that part of the social media might be somebody if you got in your circle that you could trust, a family member, something, be like, run this for me, to help you with that type of stuff, help you with the posting, help you with the with, you know, the other stuff, the research, whatever it is that you need to do. I've learned this year, bro, like last year, it started happening, and then this year even more. It's all about teaming up now, bro. You team up with the right people, they do the right things, you do the right things, we come together somehow, some way. We, you know, I help you, you help me, and we try to push that up to the next level, bro. So I've been really doing crazy different things that I don't normally do when it comes to business, but I'm understanding to keep it business. Like, this ain't personal. Business. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna and get with like-minded people, because you believe it or not, there's a lot of like-minded people like me and you, bro, that are driven in their goals, and they want to accomplish shit, and they're looking for people to team up with. You know, we're not gonna let the internet fool you. The internet and all these platforms is full of haters. Just remember that. Like, there's some real motherfuckers on there, but there's so many haters clogging up the lane and fucking up the cha-cha for everybody that, you know what I'm saying? It makes it hard for a real motherfucker to differentiate who's what, or who do I want to work with, who's serious, you know? So, you know what I mean? It's a different thing, but, you know, it's...
for real.
Teamwork, bro. That's dope, man.
I was just gonna say, teamwork make the dream work. You gotta have a team. You gotta bump shoulders. You gotta rub shoulders, man. You gotta be able to shake hands and get in those rooms, open up those doors for you, get more opportunities, man.
And find them people, them right people to put in your circle. Like, you know, like I said, they really are about doing something else, you know. So to me, that's been important, bro. I'm slowly getting there. I'm starting to get, you know, I got guys that do this, folks that do that you know, that we come together when we need it, or we do favors. Cause it's how I talked to this OG that was in the industry, bro. My partner interviewed him. He's a behind the scenes dude, never heard of him, bro, but he made a lot of money. He worked with a lot of artists out here in the Bay and in LA and stuff. Yeah. And he was just like, you know, it's all about what he told me, the industry. It's all about friends and favors, doing favors for each other. You do favors for the right. He said, I did favors for the right person, not knowing you know what was going to come of it, and it gave me so many opportunities, you know what I mean? So I said I heard that. I'm like, man, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, we're supposed to look out for each other and no matter what, you know, as best as we can. I know everybody got their shit going on, but at least, you know, when we do stuff like that, you do people, if you could shoot them a solid, like, yo, I could do this, I could do that. It's nothing that right there, man, that spreads that. It's like you know, that spreads that way and creates more of that for other people. So most definitely, bro. What we're gonna do a couple of things right now. We're gonna do a couple of affirmations right now. What is it that you claim? You could claim it right now. What is it that you plan to have this time next year? That, you know, what do you expect to do or achieve or have or whatever? You know what I mean? This time next year, we'll claim that shit right now. So the universe know. We put the universe on notice.
Let me see, man. My credit score be higher, man. Be higher. I'll be in the 800s.
Yep. Claim that shit. Real talk.
Man, for sure.
Hey, I've been working on my shit too, though. My shit's good. It's starting to get there. It's starting to look okay. But that's very important. We do these, you know, affirmations and shit like that because people like you and me, we create stuff. Like, we know what's capable of thinking of something and actually putting it out there. And I just talked about it on another episode of the podcast, The Power of Believing in Yourself. And cats like us, we believe in ourselves and we believe in what we're doing, and we're taking steps to make that shit happen. But these affirmations and shit, we do them on the podcast too, to let other people know. It's like, that's what you want to do. You want to think about it, map out your plan, execute. You feel me? And you could do all these things that other people are doing or that you think you could do. You dig what I'm saying? We already do that. But you know, the power of affirmations and inspiration is very important, you know, so we definitely do that shit. Tell me one thing, bro. That coming up right now, you have a new project. So I want you to break it down for the people. I want you to give them the full scoop on what you got going and your process.
Man, I got something coming, man. It's called Mafia. You know what I mean? It's like what? I got 9 tracks on there. They all fire. I got dope features on there. You know, I got my man Blaze on there. I got my man, you know what I'm saying, Digital Mayor, Milk Dollars. You know what I'm saying, Dub 20. Man, I got some. So that's gonna be fire. And the breakdown of it is, I liked the name. You know what I mean? I was watching Burner. I was watching Burner interview. And I'm just sitting back high one night, man. He came out with the Gotti. I'm sitting back watching how he had everybody come to the lab. He had, you know what I mean, dope features. And I just liked that thought process, man, and what he was doing, man. Shout out to Burner, man. And, so I just wanted to come up with something similar, like a little similar thing. And I know I had people around me, you know, that's locked in, my Mafia, you know, Mafia ties, you know what I mean? So I called them, you know what I mean, a couple features they got on it. And, I think it's gonna be a nice project, man. Y'all be looking for that, man. It's damn near coming out tomorrow, you know, the 15th. It's gonna go crazy.
That's right. For everyone that don't know, you know what I mean? We dropping it, we breaking it right here. It's definitely gonna be out tomorrow. All streaming platforms, correct?
Yep, for sure. All platforms, all streaming platforms. Be looking out for that.
Off top, man, it's gonna be out. Excuse me, a little bit of gas. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Yeah,
it's all good.
Don't mind me. You know, I'm over here smoking and all that shit. So, you know, sometimes
it's all good.
Different. But most definitely, The album gonna be out. Do you know of any videos or anything that you're gonna be working on? What song? Can the people expect something from?
Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that, man. Yep, I got a new video dropping. My man Sin City Filmz out here in Las Vegas, man. He shot it for me. We went out to a couple places, man, and we got that done. It's called Mafia. So that's basically like the intro of the whole EP right there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that should be dropping. I ain't gonna lie to the people, man. I ain't gonna have no date for y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
But it's on its way. It's on its way.
It's done. It's a wrap. It's wrapped. That's all we waiting on is a date. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be it's right. A+. It's gonna be good.
That's dope, man. I like that, man. You got the project. You know what I mean? Got the video coming soon. So it's all lined up. So it's like people, anybody that come check with you, they're gonna see the shit coming as it goes, you know what I mean? And you definitely got this spot right here. Like I told you, you're always welcome to come to the platform, promote anything that you got going on. Just check in, like I said, come fuck with us. Get in one of these audio podcasts only, not the Zooms. When the ones we do audio, I got 2 co-hosts. They're hilarious as fuck. So come through and we could do that shit too. I want you to take this time right now, bro, and let everyone know where they could find you, how they could get a hold of you, where they could find your music, your clothing line, especially because matter of fact, before you say that, talk to me about the clothing line. What inspired the clothing line? Because I know that the label, you did the new label, and then the clothing line came right after it, correct? Or did the clothing line come first? The
clothing line came after the label. How that started was, niggas just thought of it, you know what I mean? There was no middleman, so I had to put something with it. I wanted to make it seeable, make it seeable more around the city. So I came out with the apparel, I came out with the shirts, I came out with the hoodies, I came out with the sweatsuits, and we still got them. We still rocking. You can hit me in the DM on Instagram, man, and hit me direct. I get them to you direct. I send them to you however you want to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how that came about. You know, the label came first, and then the apparel came second.
That's dope.
You know, and we got stuff for female. We got stuff for female. We got female clothing. Yeah. We got male clothing. Yeah, I mean, it's finna be summertime, man. Tap in. Y'all gonna see it when I post it.
It's them summertime vibes. And I definitely, I wanted to make sure that we drop that. We drop that on top of that because they had to know too. You have you're the CEO. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're the motherfucking A&R. You're the producer. Yeah. You don't make the beats, but a lot of people don't realize, you know, that you orchestrating everything. Like you said, that's producing. That's a production. There's motherfuckers that get paid to only do that. Don't know how to play. It's not a lick of instrument. Don't know how to sing.
For real.
You know what I mean?
For real.
So
for real.
There's the producer that makes beats, and then there's the producer that orchestrates the whole creation process of a project or a song, and that's basically what you do. So you do that. You got the clothing line, and you know that's what people need. They need that accessibility. They need to know that you got more than one thing going on nowadays. You feel me? And the people that really fuck with you and that are into what you're doing are able to find you. You know, so how you said I did the brand so I could show it. That's the main important thing is to show, because I seen the label change, and then I seen the brand come, and I'm like, that's how you do it, because it's the whole rebrand. You trying to get people to know and understand this is the face of what you're doing, and ain't nothing better than walking around, seeing people wearing your shit, and seeing people post pictures of your stuff because they're helping spread the message. You dig? So I think I had to make sure I got that in there because that's super important. Video coming soon, album out tomorrow. By the time they get this,
I'm finna start doing blogs too. I don't know, man. I just was thinking of blogs, man. I'm finna, got to let the people in more. Yeah, you know what I mean. I ain't used to doing it. You know what I mean. Like you said, man. You know, my accountability is everything. So I don't let anybody know anything what I'm doing. But you know, you got to
certain
if you want to get seen. Yeah, straight up, for sure. But you know, I'm gonna touch bases with the fans and open up a little bit. Open up the book.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Just be selective, because you know there's people out there that do too much hot shit on the thing, and we not them kind of people. When we say blogs, we trying to show you like the process, what you know, the music, the culture, what we do, all the little sacrifices and shit that happen behind the scenes to get to where you see now, like to this point. Because right now all they know is, oh, you got something out, you got a video. They don't know what it took to get there, and that's what you want to show them. That's what people really want to know. They want to see the thing. I don't know if you watched the Netflix show, the Kanye documentary.
I haven't yet. I see everybody talking about it. I haven't yet. It's
definitely worth the watch, and it's worth the watch just you know, whether you agree with him or fuck with him now in his music now, some Kanye shit, that don't even matter. To see his journey, he was smart, and that's what everybody's doing now, but he been doing it. He was smart since the beginning. His first album before he got signed, he recorded hours and hours of the process, bro, and it's pretty dope, man. And that's kind of what people want. They want to get to know the artist in a way. There's some shit they just don't need to know, you know. But the things that they, as far as when it comes to artists and music related, bro, they like that shit, and it makes them feel closer, and it makes them, you know, it gives you the kind of fan that you want, somebody that kind of you know, understands you a little bit at least, you know, or attempts to. So
facts.
Yeah, man, that it's all branding, it's all important. The more content that you put out there for yourself, bro, of what you're doing, the better nowadays. So vlogs, start your own podcast. You dig what I'm saying? Start a podcast, do vlogs, do whatever that you can to get the most out there for people, because that's what they want, bro. They want
for sure
every day too, you know. Hell yeah. Clothing line check. We made sure we talked about the new project. What is in the future for you, bro? What do you think? What do you think is going to be your next the next move you want to, or the next level you want to reach?
The next level?
Yeah, the next level, not the move, but the level. We're gonna, you know what I mean?
Next level I want to reach is you know, basically like so when you say like levels, man, I'm trying to reach this I'm trying to reach and get into this house business. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see something into the future, lock the future down. You know what I mean? I'm building for the future right now. You know what I mean? That's what I'm basically like focused on. You know what I mean? Going to school, getting my electrician, you know, finna be certified. You know, stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
Money. Yeah, almost
invest
definitely,
my money.
Bro.
For sure, lock it down, lock my future down for my kid, you know, stuff like that, man. Grown man shit, man.
And you know what? Hey, that's real talk, though. That's what's up. I already knew you was on that shit when you said your credit score. I'm like, that's important. Like, people don't realize that when you're trying to take those next moves, you're trying to invest, you're trying to buy property, you're trying to set yourself up for the future. There's no way going around your credit.
Man.
You got to address it at some point or another, and you got to get it up there. You feel me? Because they won't you can't make the moves you want to make. Period. No matter how much money you got. So at the end of the day, bro, that's to me, that's the most important thing. You know, you exactly right. It's lock down the future and you know, and chase these dreams, bro. Ain't no time like now. You feel me?
Yeah, we ain't hanging on the corner no more.
Nah, man. We
ain't doing that.
It's the natural evolution, bro. You know, from somebody to come from that point and to take it to another level and get and be fully legitimized and you know, pay your taxes and get your money and get these checks and expand and create businesses and own things, like, you know what I mean? That's big boy shit. That's when you step into a different, you know, you're stepping into a different arena and of course, you know, that's our natural progression. You dig what I'm saying? That's what's meant for us, to step into these bigger arenas and do these dreams on a larger scale, and not just these dreams, but business in general. You know what I mean? Have ownership and own things and properties and, you know, the things that, you know, we supposed to own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man.
As far as like future and far as projects, I got an album coming out too, man. Surgical Therapy. That's coming out too. I'm finna let the Mafia EP ride out, but you know what I mean, I ain't got no date for the album yet, but that's what I'm working on behind the scenes. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's all about consistency.
I'm a guy at the place, man. My Uncle Bear, man. We shooting, having a photo shoot in a couple of days, man, to get that cover right for y'all. I'll be dropping that soon. Yeah, it's coming. Shout out my Chicago nigga Ready too, man. My brother Big Barry, man, out there 2-4. That's all I want to say, man, about that, man.
Yeah, shout out to them, bro. Hell yeah, and see the consistency. It's the consistency, bro. That's what people want. You hit them with this album, and then you got another one already waiting for them. You know how it go, man. Music can't get enough good music, you know. So shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you, like I said, for coming and taking the time out to do the podcast. You already know, anytime when the next album comes out, you want to come back by, we could do the same thing. Always put us on your promo run for your stuff. We're gonna continue to keep it moving. And you know, you already tapped in with me, so whenever you got anything to push, just hit me. Like, yo, I want to slide through. I want to drop this on you, and we'll make it happen. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, bro. Where can they find you at, bro? Where can they find your links?
Man. Oh yeah, man. Instagram, all the social media sites, man. I am we. You know what I mean? That's an I, 2 A's, M, 2 W's, 2 I's, like World War II. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, same thing. Like I said, YouTube, same thing. We, 2 W's, 2 I's, man. Get at me. Go look there for me. It's good. Yeah.
What about the clothing line? They can hit you for the clothing line on your Instagram, right?
Yeah, for sure. Direct, man. The website be up in a minute. Okay,
that's what I'm talking about. See, move it and groove like we always do. This is the No Invite Podcast.
Yeah.
You can follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast. You could also go to any of the podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, wherever y'all get y'all podcasts at. You could get the audio version of this episode. And if you really, really fuck with us, you go to the YouTube page. That's RiBirth Media Films, RiBirth Media Films with a Z. Go there, subscribe, like. You will get the visual version of this podcast as well as the audio version there, you know, and that's where we really get our little issue on. So if we need to get them YouTube channel numbers up. With that being said, man, once again, thank you, bro. Appreciate you coming into the podcast. We definitely gonna keep working and linking up on more shit. And this is episode 77, and we out.
See, they coming at me sideways, what your angle is. Circle stay small, bitch, no rectangle shit. Cake, chef Blaze with the easy bake.
Please hang up and try again.